By Ace Micheals and his tireless team. Thank you for sharing and liking the show. If you guys have been supporting and following the growth of the show, I really appreciate that. Today, my good friend Ron is here from the old audio world now to the video world. He's never done the video show with me before, but I'm, of course, happy to have him on board. Ron, welcome to the show.
Well, it's an honor to be on your show again to help my brothers and sisters, because the topic today, as you know, is homeless veterans, and that's my passion, that's my work, life work, and other than that, I'm sure we'll get into that. But thank you for having me back on talking about this important community issue.
Well, let's jump right into it. Literally, we're going to jump right in. And administrations, not just this administration, but several administrations have really not taken care of the veterans the way that I feel that they should. I feel we could do a lot more to help our veterans. And then there's the issue of our homeless veterans. I almost believe that that's an oxymoron, if you know what I mean. Like, there should be no homeless veteran. Like, how are you going to be a homeless veteran? That's like a thankless superhero. You can't be a homeless veteran, right?
Well, I got to tell you, since I started back in 2010, it was to talk the word homeless and to add that homeless veteran. We didn't have the national awareness and education that now exists, and we have more people talking about it. Treatment of veterans in the news. I'm sure stories about the VA failures of the administration. And you know me, Ace, I don't get political. That doesn't help the cause whatsoever. It's about talking about the plight of homeless veterans, my sisters and brothers that are right now, as we speak, in the streets of America.
Let me ask you, what is the main thing you hope to accomplish with this?
Well, I'll tell you, I am actually on March 23rd, I'm going to be recognized with and being given and honored by my peers, the Producers Guild. They're giving me the National Community Service Award at the Las Vegas, Hard Rock Las Vegas on March 23rd.
Congratulations.
And the reason for that is we're accomplishing things. First, I'm the producer of Musicians for Vets, the third year for Homeless Veterans Benefit Concert that benefits U.S. vets and various veterans organizations. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But also, I'm a national rights, as you know, a national veterans right advocate for a national coalition for homeless veterans out of Washington, D.C. And I've been on a numerous amount of radio shows, CBS, the Patriots Network, the list goes on. I've been on your show, as you know. And it's about getting education and awareness out there, and that we don't look the other way. You know, some people, they see a homeless person, they look the other way, and they don't want to deal with that. They want to go the other way. Well, we can't look the other way when it comes to a homeless veteran because the numbers are as such. I don't want to misquote numbers. They fluctuate depending on who's telling those numbers, the government or veterans organization. So, but you got to remember, homeless vets are transient. So people want to look away from that homeless vet. And us as Americans, we all know a veteran. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, a friend. We all, if you stop and think about it, we all know a veteran. And the thing is that we cannot look the other way. This problem is in our face. This is just like Katrina. This is a national tragedy
that's going on right now. So, Ron, let me ask you this: what can we do about it? Like I 300% agree with you, but I feel like my hands are tied because I don't know what to do about it. It's like I get it, but what can I do? Well, it's good to know now the veteran organizations are proactive. If you're a veteran and you want to get involved, for example, as you know, my background personally, this is Veterans Helping Veterans, first off. And if you're not a veteran, you still can help. If you're a veteran, for example, I'm a disabled Marine with service with the infantry and the air wing. And what I have done is I've joined the American Legion. I'm a service officer. And besides doing homeless veteran charities, we do the Toys for Tots and things in the community. And also I'm with the Marine Corps League at the Leatherneck in Las Vegas. And the very charitable, the Marine Corps League is always involved. But there's a lot of organizations, the DAV, US Vets, Veterans First, VVSD in San Diego, the Veterans Village people, Veterans Village in Las Vegas. You can go as a volunteer, even if you're not a veteran, and you can go to them and say, how can I help you? And I promise you, they will be happy to go and steer you in the right direction. The thing we have done, besides me going to veteran stand-downs and volunteering for veteran stand-downs, I would highly suggest to everybody, just Google the words Veterans Stand Down. And you're going to find a lot of information about how you can help just by Googling those words, Veteran Stand Down. So there's a lot of information, and this is a part, Ace, of the education and awareness, which I've been totally involved in, to the point that my musicians professionally, as you know, I've been involved in the Hollywood, Las Vegas, and national music community that I'm noted for as a promoter and photographer, tour manager. And the thing is that my Musicians for Vets Homeless Veterans Benefit Concert Tour Series for 2017 and 2018, this is our third year. We go to different communities that have a high population of homeless veterans, and we put on benefit events, and we're scheduled for Las Vegas. We have a West Coast tour started, Las Vegas, Hollywood, San Diego, and San Jose so far for the West Coast leg. Now, sometimes when you put people in an environment, okay, and I know since you work with people, I know you're very familiar with this. You can put people in the best environment possible. You can say, hey, you're going to be part of the Journey Foreigner Van Halen band experience, which is what every musician wants to be, hands down, on top of Led Zeppelin. That would be your dream as a musician, right, to be in that band. But then the day you get in the band, all you do is complain about the band. And that's how people are, right? So this homeless veterans problem, is this a real problem that is due to something that we can fix? Or is this just veterans who happened to, by their own whatever, ended up homeless and they're just griping about it? Well, I tell you, I can say firsthand, being a volunteer, being on the committees, my policy is if it's a committee that's nonprofit, that's a must. And it's a committee of veterans helping veterans and actually seeing veterans being come off the streets. It's one of the reasons I support US Vets. It's one of the reasons I'm involved in the American Legion, because we're seeing the end results. There are homeless veterans that we're not just giving them a cup of coffee and a blanket. They're getting off drugs, alcohol, counseling for PTSD, getting back on their feet with training, employment, education opportunities. And it's a long-term tracking process that tracks that veteran. And this is good for the taxpayer dollar, that actually tracks the veteran from the time that they're in intake all the way through a 1 to 2 year cycle, providing that veteran makes the commitment as well to go with the program and all the things designed to
get that veteran off the street and back into their American dream.
Wow. Wow, that's very powerful work. Wow, I didn't even know that the scope was that large. Wow, that's huge.
That's
Huge.
education. See, that's the education that we are doing something. And I'll tell you, Ace, the more that we get this out in the media, the more that we go and I'll be honest. The Musicians for Vets means this. The words musicians for vets. That means any type of artist. And you don't have to be a part of my organization, our concert rock tours. I say to everybody out there in the hip hop community, in the country and western, get together, get out in your communities. We should be doing benefits as musicians and as communities. You don't even have to be a veteran or even a musician. You can hold a charity bowling event. You can have a dinner for homeless veterans, and find an organization that they're nonprofit and that they totally help homeless veterans. And there's a list of them. But you have to want to be proactive, and you have to research this type of information.
Wow. I want to thank my guest today. Ron Fauth has been on the show, and he's always a good pillar of information. And what you're doing is good work, and I've watched you for several years now do this work. It's a thankless position, but you do it well, and you are very good at what you do, and keeping consistent is very important. So hats off to you. I applaud you very much. If people want to reach you, how do they reach you, Ron, if they want to be involved in what you're doing? If they need more advice, they need more pointers, what would they do? How do they contact you, the man?
Well, simple. Just a couple things here. There's a phone number that you can reach if you want to get involved, find out about the Musicians for Vets. If you're an artist, a sponsor, you want to volunteer, please call our event manager. Her name's Leisha Fenton at 714-231-7723. Also, you're going to be able to find us by the end of the week on Twitter, Musicians for Vets. Also, we're rolling out a brand new website, the musiciansforvets.com. And you can also find us on Facebook at our Musicians for Vets like page. So anyways, if you just go ahead and Google Musicians for Vets, and that's the word for, right. So that'd be Musicians, FORVETS. Google that, and I assure you, you're going to see a lot of information about how you can contact us and how you can get involved to help a homeless veteran, my sisters and brothers, off the streets of America. And I thank you, Ace, for supporting us.
You're awesome. Listen, while I have you on the air, I wanted to mention that we have a club here in Las Vegas. So let's use our club. If you know some music veterans that want to get on stage and do their thing. Now, this is what I'm offering, only on my show. We're going to make it 100% free for anyone to attend. We're going to make it 100% free for anyone to participate. Okay? I have a group of musicians that would be a house band. I will call my band leader today and say, hey, how would you feel about if we pick a day, let's let these guys come out, the veterans, come out, enjoy for free. Now, don't get me wrong, they got to buy food if they buy. That's not free, but the admission is free. And if someone wants to jam with the band, let's give them the opportunity to do that. Someone wants to get up and play their original songs, let's give them the opportunity to do that with no tickets to have to sell, no warranty of services that have to be. I mean, this is just going to be free for anyone you want to refer or anyone who heard the show today that's in Las Vegas. I'll get all the details by the time this is aired. I'll have them up on the screen, but they can contact us. We'll let them do it for free. We'll let them all in for free. We'll let them all participate if they'd like to for free. No charge. We'll have a back line. We'll get a sponsored back line if they want to play guitar with a World Pro band. Let's do that. That I know I can do. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I think, Ace, you've supported me over the years, and I would like to say that if I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if maybe you call it the Veterans Jam,
Sure.
You know, something like that. I'll be more than happy. I know I'll be there.
Okay.
And I can tell you that will be blasted through Las Vegas on the at the Marine Corps League, for example. I'll get the word out, of course, on my ROXX America Online Rock magazine, and we'll give you all the support for that. But yeah, just let me know what's the date and the promotions, and I'll talk to some of our friends. Here's another thing I'll share right back to you. I'm want to announce that all the country and western people out there, we're coming for you. So Toby Keith, people, you know, Garth, and all you, you know, Tim McGraw, even Dolly Parton.
Just put
get
them in
ready
one.
because
Just put them all in one category. Good old boys. Let's call them good old boys.
the good old boys for homeless veterans. You know.
I love it.
So anyways, yes, I think that's a brilliant idea about your Veterans Jam.
Yeah, let's do it.
Concert, and just please keep me updated. I would love to support you, and let's get the word out on how we can help our veterans at need, and of course our homeless veterans on the streets.
I love it. Ron, thank you so much. I'm going to pull the strings on the club situation starting today. I'll have that for you within the next 24, 48 hours. I'll have you that info. And listen, I appreciate you very much, man. You're doing big things. It's Ron Fauth on the show today, and he keeps it moving, man. He is a nonstop, you know, and that's what it takes. And you know what I say at the end of every show, and I mean it, live the life you love the life you live. Ace Michael Show. Thank you, guys.